would stand at the corner and we would be like, wow, they're so rich because their streets were cement. That's how I grew up, the big county ditch, no sidewalks, I mean, chickens and goats and the whole 9 yards. We had it all. I think the turning point was that when, I realized in my walk with the Lord, the potential that I had as a Christian. I didn't know that. I just knew what I was told and where it came from was you really won't amount much to nothing. I began to realize that there's got to be more to life than this. Name it, we've never had no money. It's just been amazing. But we never stopped giving.
We never had nothing, but my parents would never ask for like government cheese because they were the pastors and they couldn't do those things. But we had very little, but God always provided miraculously. My parents were givers, and my parents were the ones that taught us, taught me, and they laid the foundation. They were putting in reserve for us, the things that we're being blessed with today, because they were being blessed. They were passing those blessings on to us.
And I think that's so important that we recognize that we're now sowing, but for our children and for the children's children. And people don't realize the power of tithing and sowing seed, because it takes us not beyond our generation, but for generations to come.
It's not just last year's praying seed. It was the previous year and the previous year and the previous year.
For years.
Building and building. And so we don't know what we have in store for tomorrow. What greater things God has for us.
It never is too late to start. You got to start, and you got to have the faith to believe that God will meet us and God will bless us, and it's in health, and like you said, an awesome marriage, and answered prayer, son coming back from Iraq. These are all the things that the seed, all the things that the seed brings to us, that covering. God knows our desires of our heart, and if we just learn the simple word of walking in obedience, God will make it come to pass. We don't have to do it, God does it. And that's what's so neat. It's so effortless. This is what God did for us. This is a living miracle testimony that if God did it for me and for you, He can do it for anybody, because I'm just a Campito girl.